Hey, this is Herman from Dragonforce here. I'm hanging out here on PitCam, and we're going to talk about some video games.
Hello everybody, I am Armin for PitCam TV and I'm here with Herman Li from Dragonforce. How's it going?
Great. Yeah, good to be back on PitCam. Yeah.
Nice to have you too. So we have a kind of a special treat for you today. We're going to a gaming special, not a guitar special this time, a gaming special, because it is quite known that Dragonforce is into gaming a little bit, and in your music you refer to video games, and also in your music videos you incorporate that. Do you actually remember your first computer game or video game when you was a child?
First one. Okay, I remember I had an Atari 2600.
What year was that?
I can't remember. My uncle brought it over. But before that, I had those, I don't know if people remember that. It's a little kind of clock Nintendo video game. So it's like about that big.
Yeah.
And it's like a clock, and you can, like alarm clock, and you got like the octopus, and you got like Snoopy and some other ones. Really old Nintendo.
It did those squeaky noises back then?
Yeah, it just
those
moves
80s,
one by one.
80s noises.
Yeah. So that was the first video game I would remember. The little portable one, Nintendo one. I think they're worth a lot of money now if you can find them.
Oh yeah, probably.
I got one left. Yeah.
So was it common in your surrounding to play like video games at that time, or was it like geeky or nerdy, or maybe people were outsiders even?
Well, I was in Hong Kong, when I was a kid growing up, so it was kind of normal, really. I mean, I don't really remember. I was too young to, but it was pretty normal, I guess, for like the world of technology down there. Yeah.
So can you tell what was the most influential game or game character? Even what did you play most?
I don't know. I think the video game machine that kind of made a big difference to me was the PC Engine, which some people call it TurboGrafx 16 in America. But it was never released in Europe, so it was a Japanese exclusive in America. And so I had to get these imported games. So they were really cool. They had some really cool games. I was mainly to shoot them up at the beginning. The spaceship picking up the power-ups. Good kind of fast reflex. You need to move fast and think fast. Things like that. And then, later on, I evolved and I got a PC and played PC games. But that was kind of like the time that was before I started playing the guitar. So I had plenty of time to play video games then.
So did you kind of seriously thought about going into the gaming business in any way, or was music a first choice always?
Well, music was never a choice. I mean, when I was a kid, maybe like 12, I thought, it would be cool to be doing games reviews because you can play loads of games. But I mean, it was just a little kid, kind of, we don't really know what you're talking about. But I guess, Dragonforce just kind of happened. And, it became our job, but we were never like starting a band to think, we want to be rock stars and that's what we're going to do and that's what we're born to do.
Okay.
Never that kind of thing.
What kind of games do you like playing now? Do you have time to do that?
These days, I really don't have any time for games because my laptop just doesn't have the power to play the games that I kind of want to play. So the last one I really played was Battlefield 3, which I wasted. I don't know. I finished the game one day of continuous rampage. I think I ate one meal and only played games the whole day. And I kind of looked back at my stats. I said, "Oh my God, how many hours did I just play?" And that was during the making of the last album, The Power Within. And after the album was finished, I didn't actually play any games at all.
Okay, so you're a busy person, right? And you don't have time to do that as much as when you was a kid. I know that there are some obvious references in your music right now to the real-time strategy game StarCraft by Blizzard. Can you tell us about these references? And please go into detail with that.
Well, it's kind of funny. The song Fury of the Storm on the second album, Sonic Firestorm, was originally called Fury of the Swarm. Okay? But we thought, well, we can't really call it that, so that was the working title and became Fury of the Storm. Yeah, because no one would care anyway. What that what that meant. And funny enough, the song Heart of the Storm,
yes,
it's kind of a bit like, I guess, I don't know, we
That is
didn't
pretty obvious, isn't it?
yeah, we didn't really think about it that way, but it kind of became a bit, from StarCraft. I mean, we finished StarCraft 2. At least I did anyway, the other guys couldn't. But they didn't anyway, but yeah. So we got a bit of that influence in there, of course, with the previous albums where people hear the video game noises from the 80s that we recreate on the guitars.
Okay. And there's the song Wings of Liberty, right, on the album right now, and that is the most obvious. And there is this one album cover that is kind of inspired by StarCraft. Tell us about that.
Yeah, there's just I think the kind of futuristic feel and how to say it's a bit inspired from that. It's not exactly the same, but how to say you need something to draw your attention to something, and what we see. I mean, we don't look at art from drawings and stuff. We usually we look at video games covers and stuff, and sometimes it inspire you because we don't look at art of oil painting and stuff like that. It inspires visually things, so we look at 3D things in another kind of world, yeah.
But it kind of reflects what you was into at that time. Can you say it like that?
Yeah, in the time and now, I guess. I mean, I personally don't play video games much, but some of the other guys still do, and from the childhood onwards, funny enough, just for your information, Sam is currently addicted to Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. He thinks he wants to try to get a really good score, after watching.
That's pretty funny.
Inspired by the movie The King of Kongs, which is about the best Donkey Kong players in the world.
Okay.
Like, incredible the way they're playing. But anyway, this is part of our childhood and kind of reflects something in our lives, the way we approach things and music eventually, yeah.
But it is fun to pick up those things from your childhood and kind of incorporate it in what you do right now. I mean, it's kind of a time travel that makes you happy and feel like it was back then.
Yeah, I think it's cool when I made those guitar. I thought, when we made those guitar noises, I think on the Inhuman Rampage album, the Pac-Man and the Ghost noise and guitar, we thought this is the coolest thing in the world. I mean, why is no one doing it on the guitar? So we incorporated it on the album, yeah.
In the game StarCraft, Blizzard has lots of references to heavy metal too. They have like levels or achievements that you can earn. They have Welcome to the Jungle or Appetite for Destruction, referring to Guns N' Roses. They have Raining Blood, a song by Slayer. They have Seek and Destroy by Metallica, Cutthroat by Sepultura, and there's even Jailhouse Rock. What is up with that? Maybe Blizzard equals heavy metal, I don't know.
I mean, I know a few guys that work in games companies, and they're metal guys. They really they love metal. So definitely there's something in there. And you listen to StarCraft track, it's pretty rocking.
It is indeed.
Yeah.
At least the Terran kind of music theme in it.
The Terran, yeah, especially even the first one. It's pretty rocking.
It is. So there are a lot of metal guys, I believe, working in Blizzard also, and a lot of metal fans also love playing these fantasy and role-play kind of games by Blizzard, World of Warcraft or Diablo. I mean, there has to be something about it.
Yeah, actually, I got this game Serious Sam 3 the other day.
Yes,
and that's pretty rocking soundtrack on that one. Yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. I remember the other two that I played too.
Okay. Oh, by the way, there are pro gamers in StarCraft that stream online, namely Thorstein and Stefano, and they are listening to Dragonforce music while streaming on the internet, and there are thousands and thousands of people watching that. Do you feel flattered?
Oh, that's definitely a cool feeling. To see people, listening to our music to kind of inspire them to kick ass. Funny information actually. The singer from Warbringer.
Yeah.
He's a really good StarCraft player.
He is.
Yeah, he's really good.
So is he playing on ladder and kicking some ass?
Oh, he's on it. He's on it. Whenever he's not on tour, I know he's on it. He's on.
Do you actually know that there's the Sega game from 1996 called Dragonforce?
Yeah, Dragonforce. I actually got the T-shirt Dragonforce of that game.
Fans at that time?
No. Fans in Japan gave me as a gift the
Okay.
Dragonforce T-shirt, but the Dragonforce T-shirt of the game.
But did you come up with a band name? Because it was another band name before when you found it, right?
No, because at that time, I just picked up the guitar for like a couple of years, and I was completely didn't play any video games at that point. That point in my life, from around 93, for pretty much like kind of 10 years, I didn't really play any video games, apart from maybe PC. But apart from that, I didn't really play anything.
Okay, so I hope you stick in the gaming, and there will be some more Easter eggs in the future that fans always love to have. What are your last words for the fans out there? May it be about gaming or your great music you're playing.
I guess I think if they check out our music, they really kind of hear some kind of inspiration from video games, and I know a lot of gamers that do like our music. They get something out of it. Is that our music, the speed and everything definitely helps kick ass, or driving fast or something, do something kind of, yeah. So check it out, and for people that are good at games, how to say, it's like a skill. Some people will never understand, but I think it's like some people good at sports, they're running, some people good at basketball, football, some people are born to be good at video games. So if they're good at it, stick to it.
Yeah, obviously, and it is called esports, right? So it is kind of a real sport somehow. Yeah. Okay, guys, you heard it. I am Armin for PitCam TV, signing out.